Hi, my name is Beth Hiley here for Board Game Geek. I'm sitting down again with Ignacy Trevicek of Portal Games, and you've brought us the expansion to Legacy, which was out a couple of years ago. So this is 5 families.
And this is amazing expansion.
It is amazing.
And now, in the base game, you are building a genealogy tree, your family, you are marrying guys and having this huge family. In this expansion, we introduce 5 families, and this expansion works like that at the beginning of the game, you choose like a faction, you choose your family. Which one you want to be? You want to be scientists, or you want to be diplomats, or you want to be aristocrats, you choose a family. And then with this family, you will receive 12 cards, and they will represent members of your family.
I'm actually going to line them up right there,
Sure.
so they're nice and straight.
That's right. So now, these are the guys that you will not marry because these are your folk. You don't want to marry your folks, but you want to offer them to different families to make some connections. So in each round, after an income phase, there will be a matchmaking phase when you can say, this is Margot, she's my sister, she's a very beautiful woman, very smart, do you want to marry her? And this is the moment when the craziness happens, because when you can imagine 4 players trying to offer their sisters and their brothers, this is like the funniest phase of the game ever. Like, if you convince anybody at the table that this Emily is so cute and they want to marry her, and you pass the card and they take it, they take the card, they are happy because they have a card, but Emily is a top-notch girl, so they will owe you a favor that you connected them. So you will receive favor tokens. So if I manage to convince you to take Emily to your family, you owe me a favor because she is an amazing girl.
She is.
And as you can imagine, in the future rounds, I will use these tokens. So at some point I will say, you remember the Emily stuff, yes? You owe me a favor. And I will come to you and say, okay, I give you back this favor, but I need money, so give me money. So now I have tools to leverage and to do some nasty stuff to your family, I'm sorry to that. And using some special board, asking for a favor back, yes? So there's a lot of interactions in the game now, with all these fun discussions and negotiations and offerings then, and then, okay, you remember the stuff 2 rounds ago, please give me a card, and such stuff, yes? Lots of fun stuff. We not only introduce new family members, which is always cool, but we also introduce action. So some families, like, let me show you, politicians, they have actually there's only 3 of them, because the rest of them, because they are diplomats, they have a lot of documents that you can use for bribery, and all that stuff. So they have a lot of documents that will help you somehow, yes? Like diplomatic resistance and Lord Henry and baby talk and all that stuff. So they have like special action. So we can help you at king courts and you have some good meeting with the king, but we need some favors, okay? So that is how it works. So fun families in a few words, it adds like a lot of interaction to the game and lots of fun situations where people are just, she's not very pretty, but she's a good girl, only one favor, would you mind? This is like,
I can only imagine the backstories that people will come up for these characters.
Yes. From the very first test, it was amazing. And then when we received an artwork for the game, and like, would you like to marry her? She's very cute. Like
Laura, the head of a servant school.
Yeah, she's a tough girl. This is main part of the expansion, but we have more in the expansion. So let me just move
Slide
it
that over.
Yes, and what we have more. We have 8 new patrons. So these are different ways of scoring. So it boosts replayability, as simple as that. And we have also, in the base game, as you guys probably know, there is a complications deck. So when you have a child, there may be some complications and there will be some problems. We decided to suggest players to remove the complication cards because it's a very difficult topic and it's not a very good part of the game to have a complication at birth. And we changed this into the birth events. So something happens during the birth, but it doesn't have to be bad. So this event gives a player a choice. So there's a lot of cards that says something happens, but if you act, something good will happen.
Sister.
Yes? So there is a deck of 20 cards that will give you a lot of options, and then if you draw this card, the complication card is actually now is an event, And it's interesting. Something interesting is happening. You can act, you can do something, and have some problems, or have some achievements. It depends on how you act. Yes. So it lowers the tension of these complications and gives some more energy, more achievements to achieve. Yeah. That's it. And what's more, because it's a big expansion, we also have new solo variants for all solo players. Legacy was, and there is a Easter egg in this, and I will not show it, but there is an Easter egg. And by the way, I forgot about this. For everybody who buy the game, there is something hidden. Find it. There is an Easter egg hidden.
In Hiroshima Convoy as well?
There is something hidden. So Legacy, the base game, had a solo variant. It got a very good reviews. People really played it, like it. So we decided that expansion should be expansion for the multiplayer and expansion for solo variant as well, because there's so many people playing the solo variant. So we came up with an idea for the solo variant, and in this situation, all these 5 families will try to influence the solo player, and they will ask for some favors. Please do this, please do this, please do this, and we have what they want. If you manage to do what they want, they like you and give you bonuses. But you have no chance to give them all they need, because it's 4 different families. So some families will be pissed off on you, some families will like you, and you playing the solo variant and focusing on solo variant will still be getting this information. Polite wants this, you give them no, they are pissed off. They want this, give you, okay, I will give them. So you have to manage these all families who contact you and want something from you, yes? So this is like a bigger challenge for the players. There's lots of jokes here once again, because you have to manage what they want again from me, yes? Great opportunity for solo players to once again discover the game again and have some energy again, yes?
Now, when we're looking at the first 2 pieces of this expansion, you were talking about the baby events and the little trading of family members here. Are those elements that you could put just the baby events in, or just so you can kind of mix and match the elements of this?
In the rulebook, there are separate chapter, rules for that, rules for that, rules for that. Use what you want. Absolutely,
yes. Well, that sounds like that's going to give people a lot to do.
I hope, because it's so fun. I mean, you have to try it. All this trading is like, it's amazing trash talk and bantering, all that kind. It works.
Nothing like some family trash talk,
exactly.
Here at BGG. Well, that is the expansion to Legacy, which is 5 families by Ignacy, and you guys should check it out.
Thank you.
As my box falls down.